that I agree with you that there are certain things like the social structure of your church is probably very supportive, and it's a positive social influence on the people that attend there. I agree with you.
I agree with that too.
Right. Okay. But I also understand that there is a great deal of pain going on around the globe for religious reasons because of the same doctrines that are coming out of the same book, because people read that book and they read a lot of different things. And for every Christian that I've ever met who says, this is what really my religion is about, I've met other Christians who say, that Christian's not a real Christian, and this is what my religion is about. And so I have to look at Christians and say, what does each person believe and what are they doing here? And yes, there are some good people who are Christians, and there are some evil people also who are Christians. And it's the Christianity that seems to motivate some of these evil things. And before you react, let me just say, I don't think that people in Nigeria would be murdering their children as witches if somebody didn't tell them God wanted them to kill witches and convince them that their child was a witch. I think that is a superstitious belief that they were convinced of that is causing those deaths that would not be happening if they had a real-world perspective that says witches are not real.
Well, I mean, my church doesn't
I understand. You're not killing children. I get it. Your church is not doing that. You're a happy group of people that has a community going on, and it makes you happy. The problem is, this is a belief that proselytizes all around the globe, and different people interpret it in different ways, and it causes a lot of harm. Most of the harm that comes from the religious teaching seems to be connected to the supernatural and superstitious parts and claims about it. The parts that are good are the very real things that we agree are good, that are like you're talking about, the social structure. We get together, we sing songs, we feel happy, we like each other, we rely on each other. If someone needs help, we come together and help them. All of that is community, it's good. It would be good whether you were a social group or a church. It would still be good either way for you people to come together and be a good community group of people. I would support that. What I have problems with is when you start teaching people things that are superstitious and supernatural that a lot of uneducated people get a hold of, don't know how to interpret, and start hurting each other. Or you get some people who are educated who hurt people, who are like voting and saying, you know, gay people need to be not treated like other people. They need to be treated less than other people. Or they need to be, you know, that women shouldn't have the same rights as men. Or that, I mean, when you start getting things like that, I mean, these are people that did get a regular education who don't know how to read this and not make it hurt people. So what I'm saying is, maybe if we took the good parts of it that you're saying are the good things, like the
You mean
community,
we need to make a new Testament with no supernatural things?
I'm saying maybe we can just take the good community aspects of what you do as a church and hold on to those things, and maybe weed out some of the stuff that you're saying we can't really demonstrate, and maybe it's not true, but we don't really care. Let's care.
Is that what your organization does? It's sort of like you help people, but you have no Bible, you have no...
We are a community group. We're pretty small. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to admit we probably don't have the resource power that your church has behind it, for sure. But we do our part. We have like an Adopt a Street cleanup, and we have a blood drive, and so we do community efforts, and we try. We're not a humanist group. Now, I will tell you that there are secular organizations that are...
Do you guys belong to other organizations?
Yeah, there's like the Coalition of Reason, which is like a national arm that we just like had a partnership with, I guess.
Yeah, we have a local coalition.
So I mean, there's a little bit of networking. But the thing is, what you're describing would be like a humanist group, or even like a Unitarian Universalist church might be more along those lines, of like a group of people who are really getting together to do like a sort of almost secular. I don't know if it's correct or incorrect to call it a secular religion, but it's almost like a secular sort of, we believe in helping humanity. Yeah. And so there's a group called humanists that would be secular, generally. You don't have to be secular to be a humanist, don't get me wrong, but their goal is just sort of like, let's promote the welfare of the human good. And I think that's fine.
I thought all you guys did was just go out and do protests and say you don't like religion. I didn't know you actually did.
We also do protests, but honestly, I mean, there's some things that we protest that there are church groups that would protest as well, and that do protest as well. For example, the People United or Americans United for Separation of Church and State is headed by a minister. who believes that the government should stay out of religion. And so he wants to see that separate because he believes that his religion is better served by not having the government involved in what they're preaching and what they're doing. And so that is an area where we are aligned with certain churches who believe that it's best that the government stays out of religious belief. And so we believe, of course, from the secular side that it's good that religion stays out of the government. And so we see it both as a mutually beneficial thing, agreeing that religion benefits when government doesn't run it, and government does well when it handles the secular concerns. They want to do with their own religion. That's up to them. It's a personal, private decisions for them to make, and not something the government should be dictating.
Well, thanks so much, guys. I think I have good news for you because I don't think most people, I don't think most people actually like the bad parts of the Bible. So they would like to get rid of that too, maybe. But
I hope you're right.
It would be hard for them.
I hope you're right, and I thank you for your call.
Yes. Okay. Well, that was interesting.
It was a good call.
Yeah.
I appreciate the call.
The content of this video is produced by the Atheist Community of Austin, a nonprofit educational organization promoting positive atheism and the separation of church and state. If you enjoyed this content and are willing and able to provide a donation, please visit the website below.